ERhymesSports in the building. Let's be clear. 21-7, Thursday Night Football, Browns beat the Steelers. Myles Garrett suspended for the rest of the season. Marquise Pouncey, 2 games. Mason Rudolph, 1 game. I know where Mike Tomlin should be on Saturday watching Kaepernick and signing him. They should have been playing duck guys, Devlin the backup. Mason Rudolph, 4 interceptions, ridiculous. Him pulling on Garrett's helmet is what got everything really initiated. And then after Garrett was getting held back, then he starts to charge without the helmet. You can't do it. All this talk of assault and this, and stop it. Don't make Garrett to be a monster. He lost his cool, but Mason Rudolph is to blame too. And I'm a diehard Steelers fan since '76. And he shouldn't be playing anymore either because Mason Rudolph is just trash. We had injuries. The game was rough, both sides. Listen, Steelers still have a shot to make the playoffs if they get better quarterback play and get healthy. The Browns are not making the playoffs. They still look trash yesterday, and, I don't even know what to say. All right, Thursday Night Football, ERhymesSports in the hizzy. Can't believe my Steelers lost. Steelers Nation, we need Kaepernick. Let's do it.
Alrighty, you know what it is. It's Friday. We got college football picks, NFL picks, ERhymesSports, the Thursday Night Football mess and debacle, the aftermath. Steelers lose 21-7 to the Cleveland Browns. Could be out of the playoffs if they don't get it right. And the suspensions have come down. I'm sure everyone's seen the video now. Mason Rudolph pulled the Myles Garrett's helmet after he was sacked and thrown down with 8 seconds left in the game. Garrett takes off his helmet. They're holding him back. Then Mason Rudolph charges. Garrett swings the helmet at him, connects, but he's not seriously hurt. Inexcusable. Craziness. Pouncey's kicking and stepping on him. Larry or Benobi or whatever. Anyway, he got 1 game, the offensive lineman for Cleveland. He comes in to help, break it up. Only DeCastro from the Steelers was really trying to keep it separate. Myles Garrett, the rest of the season, the playoffs, indefinitely, probably some games next year. I say 10 games total, 6 this year, maybe another 4 or 6 next year. We'll see. He'll have to talk to Roger Goodell. Marquise Pouncey, he gets 3 games. I said 2 or 3 games. The offensive lineman, Larry Oganobi or whatever, he gets 1 game. Fair. Mason Rudolph gets no games. Both teams get fined, I think, $250,000. I'm a Steelers fan since 1976. Mason Rudolph deserves at least a game. I don't care if Myles Garrett sacked him or hit him late at the end of the game. He shouldn't have been pulling on the helmet. They're trying to say now that his hand got caught in there. Okay, maybe we give you benefit of the doubt, but then why are you charging at Myles Garrett when the teammates are holding him back, talking smack? I don't know what he said. Can't assume anything. It's just a bad look. The NFL, I hate to bring race in, but they suspended 3 black guys and the white quarterback, nothing. It doesn't look good, especially when you saw Mason Rudolph continue the whole altercation for a while. Paul George comes back, the Clippers lose, the Knicks win like your boy predicted, and it was just beautiful to see. Let's get to, and the Pelicans beat the Clippers. Paul George had 33, 35 points. That was awesome. College football, yeah, man. Penn State's going to figure it out. They'll get it going. I think Michigan beats Michigan State. Penn State wins 34-14. Michigan should beat Michigan State. I'm going to say 27-20. They still got to beat Ohio State to make it a decent season. The Gators, they're hanging on there. It's going to be close. They'll win this game over Missouri. I'll say 24-16. This is going to be interesting how the college football playoff winds out, with, Bama being out of the top 4 right now. And, people need to start to show Minnesota the proper love. Notre Dame, they're going to beat Navy. It'll be closer than you think. I'll say 24-17. I don't know what to think about Texas right now. They've been struggling, but so has Iowa State. I'll say close game. Texas wins 28-27 over Iowa State. Clemson, Wake Forest might be one of their toughest opponents left until the ACC championship. Clemson wins, I'll say 31-14. Maybe they don't score in the 50s again. This is the game of the week, Georgia-Auburn. You know, what's going to happen? Can Swift get going? Can anybody score? Whose defensive line? It's about the trenches, and I think the Auburn Tigers have just of a competent offensive and defensive line as Georgia, and I'm gonna go with Fromm as the quarterback, who I think is a little bit better than your boy Bo over there. I say Georgia pulls it out. It'll be a little offensive explosion late, so Georgia wins 30-27 to keep their hopes alive for the college football playoff. And this is going to be interesting because, Minnesota, they got to go to Iowa. That's not easy. And Iowa's tough at home, but Minnesota's playing good. The quarterback, Tanner's lighting it up. I think Minnesota, they take care of them. I think they wind up winning this game 26-20. And they just keep moving up, moving on up to the east side. Oklahoma-Baylor, this is definitely the game of the week. I guess ABC Saturday night. I'm going to take Oklahoma to knock off Baylor and their undefeated season so far. Them in Minnesota, who should both be ranked a little bit higher if we're being fair. But strength of schedule is not so great. Oklahoma wins a shootout 34-30 and maybe gets back in the running. USC takes care of Cal. I'll say 31-23. So that's the college football. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk NFL, fantasy football. It was horrible last night, right? And the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, you got the long week. You know where you need to be Saturday? With Colin Kaepernick, okay? Mason Rudolph is trash. And 4 interceptions, why don't you put in the kid, the duck guy, Devlin or whatever? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's insanity to keep seeing just nothing out of this guy and just keep throwing him out there. I'm just saying. Okay. I think the Falcons, they're going to fall back down. Yeah, it was a nice win over the Saints, but the Panthers will take care of them. I'll say 27-20. Christian McCaffrey continues his MVP candidacy as a top 5-6 candidate, along with the 4 quarterbacks and Dalvin Cook. Let's not forget Dalvin. You want to talk about Russell Wilson, Lamar, Deshaun Watson, right? You want to throw Patrick Mahomes back in there maybe? Then you have got to show respect to Dalvin Cook and also to Christian McCaffrey. Dalvin Cook is balling, y'all. All right. Yeah, the Bills are going to take care of them. I mean, you're talking about a Dolphins team that's playing better, but I just think it'll be a little bit cooler in Miami now, and I do think the Bills, they just don't really score points, so maybe their defense can do it. I'm going to say 23-17. The Cowboys, Jeff Driscoll's going to be playing. The Lions will score, but the Cowboys will pull away. I'll say 27-20. The Broncos, man, listen. It's sad. Elway's supposed to be there. They need Kaepernick. They should have signed him years ago. Then maybe he wouldn't even be in this mess. You see, sometimes being spiteful and ignorant and hateful and fearful of a mob can affect your franchise. And that's why the Broncos have been bums for the last couple of years with a great defense, wasting this talent because you got horrible quarterback play and you signed Joe Flacco, who's been done. Okay. 10 points, though. Oof, they are at home. Okay, I'll say 24-13. There you go, Vikings. And the Colts, Jacoby's back. I think they pull out a win and cover 27-23 over the Jiggy Jaguars. The Saints, they got to right the ship. For some reason, I don't think they do. And I got the Saints going to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. You know that. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers to pull off the upset and win 27-26. And by the way, the season ended today. The Raiders will be in the playoffs, just so y'all know. Jets, Skins, they both suck. I got to go with the Jets. 26-24, squeaking it. Darius Geis does well. Le'Veon Bell should do well. And the Texans, Deshaun against Lamar, the battle. I'll take the Texans with the spread, but the Ravens are going to win 27-24 and not cover. The Cardinals will lose, but play better to the Niners. So I'll take the Cardinals with the spread. The Niners win 30-26. The Bengals will get spanked by the Raiders. Ooh, do they cover though? No, I gotta go Bengals with the spread. 27-20. It's 10.5, so even 27-17. And the Patriots-Eagles, another good game. Some good games in NFL and college this week. I think the Eagles could be in trouble. I think the Patriots off the bye. This is Doug Peterson, not Andy Reid. I think I think the Patriots take care of business. I'll say 31-21. The Bears will beat the Rams. The Rams are in a bad place. How are the Rams favored by that much? I don't know. I think it's going to be really a weird game. I'm going to say Bears win 22-20. Might even be a safety there. And the Chiefs. That's Sunday night, Monday night in Mexico City, baby. La football. Let's go, 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 go. Chargers are trying to wake up, but the Chiefs need it more. Yeah, Chiefs win, cover the spread 30-26. How about that? I'll buy that for the dollar. And then let's not forget baseball, baby. LA for the MVPs. Now, the Cy Youngs went to Jacob deGrom for the National League for the Mets 2 years in a row. And Verlander got, I think, his third or fourth for the AL. But then Mike Trout got his third MVP. Only Bonds has more, 7. And then the NL MVP, Cody Bellinger. So the Dodgers and the Angels. So that's good. We'll see how that goes. And, yeah. That's it. ERhymesSports. Mason Rudolph should have got a game. Colin Kaepernick trial. Let's see what happens. NBA, college football. Good sports weekend. All right. ERhymesSports in the building, yo. And the Browns, they're so overrated. That Baker, the team, and I was a big Baker believer. Freddie Kitchens has to go. Mason Rudolph has to go. But the Browns have so much talent and they can't do anything. The Steelers were just playing so poorly and the Browns won by default. All right? Let's keep it real. And my Knicks, baby, yeah! What are they, 3-9? 2 wins against the Mavericks? Boo. KP sucks, and that's what they were screaming at the Garden last night. I would have been there screaming it too, talking about stay woke, New York. Shut up, you clown. Let's go. Dennis Smith Jr.'s back. Rest in peace to his stepmoms. Mitchell Robinson. Let's go, New York. Wake up. Peace. ERhymesSports in the hizzy. I'm going to break it like this. So, they did what they did. Mason Rudolph, nothing. Garrett releases his letter of apology to Rudolph and the Steelers. People talking about pressing charges and assault. Stop it. But I will say this. Let's see when he can come back next season and what they have him go through. Does he have to do anger management? They didn't bring that up with Richie Incognito for a while. Let's just see. All right. Also, remember this. Forget the NFL. Carmelo Anthony's back in the NBA with the Portland Trailblazers who are having issues. They're out of the playoffs right now. What are they, 4-8, 5-8? Melo should help. He shouldn't have been kind of just ostracized and left out. So I'm happy for my man Melo, and I think it will work with the Blazers. They definitely needed him, so it's good to see Carmelo back in the NBA where the big kids don't play. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. ERhymesSports wanted to update you on the latest, the letter from Myles Garrett, what the NFL actually did, 1 game, 3 games, and
indefinite. Mason Rudolph, nothing. Both teams fined. $250,000 each. All right. Enjoy a great sports weekend. Go Wolverines. Let's go Jets. Giants have the bye. And Oklahoma's gonna win too. You already saw my picks. I'm out. Yeah, man. See, in Arizona, making no boy crazy to try to mess with my kids in school. You understand? Principal be soft and not suspend and punish the kid. If I had a 4th grade boy touch up on my 1st grade son and try to hurt him and assault him, you know? I'm gonna have to go to the school and lose my mind, but I have to stay righteous. God is watching them though, you understand? Always. You're not touched mine, you'll pay. Be complete. ERhymesSports.